Hey guys, so this is another review of one of Forces of Valor's giant 1/16 scale tanks. This one is the Michael Wittmann's Final Battle Edition. Now, I did post a review the other day of the King Tiger, so if you're wanting to see that one, just pop over to my other video. This one's really cool. It's got the full interior, and I show you how to take it apart and all the details inside. But for now, I will get all the boxes out of this one, and we'll get started on the review. So we finally got all of the boxes out of this big box here. So you're presented with this small one on top, which just contains the engine in a little display box and the authenticity certificate and a lot of accessories, which we'll get into in a second. And below that, then this box, which is containing the tank itself. Once you open the box, like I said, this is the first thing you're presented with, and this little booklet here is the authenticity certificate. So just like the King Tiger that we reviewed last week, this one also comes with its own limited edition certificate. So this one is from the year 2007. It's number 1007 or 1507 of 1800. So not very many of these. And inside here, this little sleeve, you've got two more little booklets. So you have the assembly instructions, same as the King Tiger had. Very beautifully produced, really nice artwork. Very, very clearly shows you how to install all the different accessories. The mud guards, the side skirts, how you position the crew on the vehicle, and how you put the engine inside, the tow shackles, tow cables, everything. So that's a really nicely produced, really high quality document. So putting that to one side, then beneath that, then you have a really nice history of what happened to this particular vehicle and what happened to the crew. Basically, go through here. Yes, so you have the Battle of Villa Bocage, and you can see there it's got his own personal history through the war and the crews that he served with, and how he ended up meeting his fate near Sinto in Normandy. And they're really nice. You can see there the beautiful artwork inside it, and just, yeah, bit about the engines, statistics, specifications of the vehicle. So put that to one side. The last thing I should say in this little document box you get is one of the little cards which they had started to make. The King Tiger didn't come with one of these, so I think this was something that Forces of Valor started to introduce in around 2006, 2007. Yep, so closing that, putting that to one side, then we have another box. It's a little magnetic flap, and you open this up, and inside you are presented with a really nicely detailed model of all of the crew members. So sorry for the light here, it's kind of difficult to see. These haven't been unboxed, and I won't be unboxing it today, but just to let you guys see. Wittmann himself in the middle here, and all the different crew members. Each of the different crew members and his history are all detailed in the document that I just explained. But you can see there, they're all beautifully produced, beautifully hand-painted, and they all have their own different poses, which go in a certain location on the vehicle, which are all detailed in the instruction. Then you have all the metal tracks, extras armor, which all attaches here on the side of the vehicle, but we'll get into that later. Tow shackles as well. And then all the different tools, the axes and track tools, the track tensioning tools, and the tow shackles, side skirts, mud guards, all this stuff. So there you go. And again, put that to one side. The last thing that we're left with in this top layer is the engine. So yeah, you have the engine, and I should also explain, we also have another small box which contains the antenna, because this was a command tank, which Forces of Valor have correctly modeled. So that's the star aerial there, very fragile. That's why it comes in its own box. But anyway, first of all, we'll get on to the engine. So the engine here, really nicely presented in a little sleeve box. Tip this up here. This piece of cardboard comes off, and inside here. So you can see there, engine of the German Tiger 1, 1:16 scale from Unimax. So once we get the box open, this is what we have here. So you can see there the little plaque, metal plaque, and this is the Maybach HL 230 V12 petrol engine, and it is more or less solid metal. It's very, very heavy with very few plastic parts on it. So you can see here, now it connects, once you open up the tank, the rear engine cover opens up and that little slot on the base just slides in to secure the engine in place. So yeah, you can see there, it's really nicely painted. And the only plastic parts on this are essentially this engine oil dipstick, as far as I know. That's what that is. And this, one of the pipes here. So guys, here we go with the tank itself, what you've all been waiting for. So this is a really beautifully produced model. And like I said earlier, it is the correct command Tiger version. And you can see here it's got the stowage tube for the star aerial. Now the star aerial that I showed you earlier, it just would place into this slot here if I had taken it out of the box. But yeah, I'll show you some features of the model. So like I said earlier, the accessories box comes with those really nice metal track links. So these just connect in top and bottom here. You got 5 links on this side and 2 or 3 on the other. And they would normally be connected here, and you would see that. So none of the accessories have been put on this particular model, but just showing you that's where the spare links would normally go. It's got his correct tactical number. So double zero was used to signify a command version, and the correct unit insignia here as well. And the tank is has a very, very nicely molded zimmerit. See there over the gun mantlet just how well modeled this is. And that's what we got. So it's got an opening commander's hatch here and a loader's hatch as well with the correct offset loader's handle. So they've really done their research on this tank, Forces of Valor. So they've, which I really appreciate. And then there's the stowage bin at the rear of the turret. The 2 hatches open up there as well. And what else have we got? Unfortunately, they've got these fire extinguisher systems were never read, but I think nowadays most people that are into German armor will know that, or at least the nerds like me do, but these were not painted red, but we'll forgive them for that. That was, this model is quite old. It's 18 years old, so yeah, we'll forgive them. And yeah, here at the side, so if I put the finger inside the turret, this little escape / loading hatch here, that's very nicely modeled. Now you can see there the inside of the tank, the turret at least, is detailed. So there's the gun breech and the shell case bag and the turret mechanism and the turret basket there. It's all modeled. Now what I think Forces of Valor were trying to do when they started to design this model, I think this was originally intended to come apart and have the full interior like the King Tiger. But for whatever reason, they decided not to. But because it makes no sense to have all this detail and not have the tank come apart. So that's my assumption. But nonetheless, they still put a great deal of effort into this. The bomb machine gunner radio operator's hatch is working. And again, I'm not sure the camera's going to pick this up, but there's a fully detailed interior there as well. You've got the little sections here for the bullet belts or the machine gun belts for the MG34 here, and let me close that off. In here we've got the driver's hatch. Again, look at all this fantastic detail here, and again that's all fully detailed in there. The treads, the floor treads, the seats, Yeah, I'm going to turn the turret here, and I'll show you the inside of the engine compartment, and then we'll put the engine in. So you have to turn the turret to a very specific location, making sure that none of the track link holders or the rear stowage bin gets in the way. And just lift this up. It lifts up to the rear, and it's even got a little engine latch there to secure the engine cover. So if you flick that down, and it just snaps there, so it stops the engine cover rolling forward. So that's on a little latch. And it's just slotting inside the tank like that. I'm not going to put it all the way in because it's a real bugger to get out, but essentially that's what you do. You just put it in there and you press it down and it sticks in. This little plastic tab here just fits into that slot there at the bottom. And you can see even there's some detailing of the engine compartment, the fuel tanks down here, some torsion bars, and the engine firewall with some nice detailing on it. So again, it just gives me indication that this tank was originally designed to come apart, and then for whatever reason they just couldn't do it. Another nice feature of the model is it has this little plaque which matches the limited edition certificate. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up because it's very dark, but yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. So number 1507 of 1800. And you can see there even the tank has this little 007 symbol there on it. So really nicely molded, really nice little feature. For a second, let me show you here. The ventilation covers here, they're also opening. And you're seeing some of the fuel tanks and the engine fans, which the fans, they are modeled, they're in there. Unfortunately, this cover here does not open, but the fans are inside there. You just can't see them. So another correct feature that they've modeled is that on Wittmann's exact tagger, he didn't have the engine heat shields. Really see there the nice detailing there of the exhausts. And here, so with some more features, the rear mud flaps are working. They're in their stowed position at the moment. And in the accessory box that you saw earlier, there are two front ones as well, but they're not on this. Tank probably looks a bit strange because, of course, it's not got any of the mudguards, side skirts on it. But yeah, that's essentially all the features of the model. And I can show you here what it's like running. So this is, yeah, sounds pretty cool. Regarding the material, so we've got real metal tracks and a real metal turret and gun. Now the hull and the turret basket are plastic, as are the idler, the road wheels, and the drive sprockets. But I will put it next to the King Tiger so you guys can see what it looks like to scale. So we've got the two vehicles beside each other, right there. Really nicely produced, really nicely painted, and really well researched overall for what are essentially mass-produced products. You can see there that quite nice, the pair of them. So guys, essentially that's it. It's not going to be as big a review as a review of the King Tiger. Like I said, I did the review of this one last week. This one has everything inside it, and it's quite a lengthy review. It's like 30 minutes. So anyway, that's everything I wanted to share, and I'm not going to go into the unit history and what happened to Michael Wittmann. You can read about that for yourselves and draw your own conclusions, but safe to say it's quite a controversy how he died. The British claim it, the Canadians claim it, and even the RAF are claiming to have killed him as well. Anyway, I'm not going to get into what I think, but just let you quickly see the model there, and then we'll wrap this one up. But I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and please, yeah, see my other videos on the channel, and if you like this, just like and subscribe, and hopefully next time we'll be doing a review of the 1 to 16 scale Sherman as well. So thanks, guys, for watching, and see you in the next one.